Car, help me!
Holly, what is it?
Oh, this storm, this place, this island!
Oh, now, he won't last long. It'll pass.
I've got
Try to control yourself.
away from here.
So have we all. But how?
Now, hear this, Jean-Paul Desmond. It seems you have the beginning of a mutiny on your hands. Now, we can't have that, can we? Or you shall never have your lovely Erica back again.
I must speak to Jean-Paul, for we all lose control.
Oh, please, soon. I just can't take this place anymore. But even if you do speak to him, how will you know it's really he?
Now, hear this, Jean-Paul Desmond. You have the beginnings of mutiny on your hands, and you can't have that, can you? If you ever want to have your Erica back again. You see the problem, Erica, my darling? Since I tried to play God, I freed the devil instead. But I promise you this, no one will leave this island alive until you are brought again alive to me and leave here with me.
Feel more relaxed now, Holly?
Yes. I'm more determined. I stowed away to get to this horrible island. And I can leave the same way.
No, you can't, Holly. We're being closely watched. It's too dangerous.
Is it more dangerous to stay here?
I can't argue that.
What are we going to do?
Nothing. We're forced to.
You get my message? Oh, come. You don't have to kneel in my presence. On your feet, man. We have work to do.
I will not align myself with the devil.
For dear Erica's sake, you have little alternative. Unless you find that conjure doll and pierce its temple with the silver pin. Oh, but that's witchcraft. Not quite your cup of tea, is it? Or should I say, the devil's brew is not for you. You see, us doesn't rhyme, and I feel so poetic this morning.
How did you find my secret room?
Secret? Between you and me? You know, sometimes I honestly believe you've slipped your mooring.
You're enough to drive anyone to insanity.
Nonsense. I'm here to help, not hinder. So Erica can be free and in your arms again. Unless you'd rather she remain in that cold, drab, dismal capsule.
You mentioned a mutiny. Who?
Oh, then you did get my message.
Who, I said. Tell me who.
Who? Or should it be whom? Now, why don't you go back to your little playroom and peek around, and I'll tell you when you're hot. Dear me, seems I always am.
If it's the last thing I'll do, I'll help Raxel find that doll and pin.
Tell you what, I'll give you both a sporting chance. I won't tell you where they are hidden. Whoops, man the guns. We're being invaded. See you later. I can't stand the sight of blood. Just a little goodie to lighten your day.
Jean-Paul, please, may we speak with you?
Later, please. There's something I have to look after first.
I look like you'd seen a ghost.
I feel as if I've just seen one.
You know, this place gives me the shivers.
Oh, Erica. Erica, how am I ever going to free myself of that devil's control? And if I do, will it mean that I will never see you again in this life? I'm not going to gamble that. And I won't!
Well, what are you looking at me for? I'm on your side.
Here. Blow.
Thank you. You know, when I first came here, I thought Mr. Desmond was the living end. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, he has changed. I can't deny that. I don't know, he's so unhappy and so unsure.
Unsure of this cryonics jazz?
Yes, and what to do about all of us.
I think he should round us up and ship us back to the main island, pronto.
But he can't. I mean, he doesn't think so. He's made it absolutely clear that he intends to keep everything that's happened here completely secretive. I mean, if word about this were publicized, a man of his reputation would be held to ridicule. And Dan Forrest thinks even for infraction of the law.
Mess I got myself into.
Proving that when you run away from trouble, you usually run into it again.
I'm afraid every page of my biography will be filled with trouble.
Some of it is self-written.
Oh, what does that mean?
I mean that your mother's not your only problem, Holly.
Oh, so now here it comes, eh? The big establishment pitch. Oh, look at life. Face life, Holly. Face yourself.
So I'm the establishment. So what? I'm talking about something completely different.
Well, I guess I'll have to give you A for originality. What? Something different.
I'm talking about Reverend Matt Dawson.
He's a person, not a thing.
Then why don't you respect him as a person?
Hi, Holly. Ready to put in a day's work?
Later.
Well, what's got into her?
Some sense, I hope. Good morning, Mrs. Marshall. Dr. Carr? Good morning, dear.
How's the portrait coming along?
Slowly.
Holly isn't much help, is she?
Sitting in for a dead woman isn't the easiest job in the world.
Well, I will agree that live flesh is more inspiring. Artistically, I mean.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
They Take it as you wish, Tim.
No, I'm not sure what that means either.
A canvas is inanimate. You will agree to that.
Yeah, but I met some people with about as much vitality as a 10-cent caricature.
Present company accepted, I hope. I'd love to see some of your other work, Tim. They say a painting expresses the artist.
Like a novel or symphony is the author's way to communicate? Yes.
Exactly. That's why I'm certain that your pictures would be most exciting.
But Mrs. Marshall, I'm a comparative neophyte.
You mean young? But not too young.
Now, that's the second time you've got me confused.
I'll try to be more specific in the future.
Psst. Psst. Over here. I've spent many lifetimes wooing and worrying, but that Elizabeth Marshall, she's really on the advance. Have to keep an eye on her before she gets in the way of our little personal war for the kingdom of the mind. I do wish it were an easy fight for your sake and Erica's, but there's so much more fun to a long battle. Don't you agree? Even though more may die as a result.